everyone. I'm Dr. Shivi Singh from the School of Liberal Arts, Bennett University. Welcome back to another lecture of professional skills. Now, in our last lecture, we explored career opportunities, wherein we learned about SWOT analysis, building a career vision board, and the role of networking and personal branding in gaining visibility. We discussed that knowing yourself and the world of work are equally important steps in building a career. Today, we focus on another crucial dimension of professional life, that is leadership. Now, leadership is not just about titles or positions or authority. True leadership is about influence, service, and the ability to inspire others to achieve a common goal. Now, whether you are managing a project, leading a student club, or working in an organization, leadership is what transforms potential into performance. Now, to understand leadership more deeply, we will look at three central elements: building trust within teams, practicing empathy and collaboration, and conflict resolution. Now, together, these form the foundation of effective and ethical leadership. Now, the first point to begin with is trust. Now, trust is the backbone of leadership. Without trust, even the most talented teams cannot function. Now, think about a group project where one member always misses deadline. Soon, others stops relying on them. Or imagine someone who claims credit for your work or anyone else's idea. How long would the group continue to share openly? Now, these are examples of broken trust, and when trust is broken, leadership collapses. So, how does a leader build trust? First, the first point is through consistency. Now, what comprises consistency? Do what you say you will do and follow through on promises. Now, if a leader consistently shifts directions or breaks commitments, people hesitate to believe them. Second, through transparency. Leaders who hide information or make decisions behind closed doors create suspicion. But leaders who share openly and explain their reasoning build credibility. Now, the third one is through fairness. Trust grows when leaders give credit where it is due, and when they treat everyone with equal respect regardless of rank or background. Now remember, trust is not built in one day. It is earned through small actions repeated over time. And once broken, it takes much longer to repair. A good leader never forgets that trust is the most valuable asset. Now let us move to empathy and collaboration. Now, leadership is not just about directing people. It is about understanding them. Empathy means stepping into another person's shoe, seeing the world from their perspective, and responding with sensitivity. For example, imagine a teammate who is usually quiet in meetings. Now, a leader without empathy might dismiss that person as someone who is disengaged, does not want to engage in discussions. But a leader with empathy pauses and asks, is someone holding you back? They might discover that the teammate has good ideas, but fears criticism. Now, by creating a supportive environment, the leader helps unlock hidden potentials. Now, empathy also means recognizing that people bring different strengths, challenges, and motivations. A good leader adapts their approach. With some, they may need to give encouragement. With others, they may need to provide clarity and structure. Now, empathy naturally connects to collaboration. Collaboration is not simply divided into parts. It is creating synergy where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. A leader who practices collaboration listens actively, integrates diverse perspectives, and makes sure everyone feels heard. Now, in fact, some of the best leaders are those who speak last. They let the team share first, gather the ideas, and then guide the discussion forward. Now, by doing so, they make people feel valued and the team produces more innovative and well-rounded solutions. Now, empathy humanizes leadership. Collaboration empowers it. Together, they ensure that leadership is not about one person shining alone, but about a team rising together. Now, finally, let us talk about conflict resolution. Now, conflict is something that is completely unavoidable. In fact, in dynamic teams, conflict is almost a sign of life. It shows that people really care, that they bring strong opinions and passions to the table. The problem is not conflict itself, but how that conflict is managed. Now, picture a situation. A team is working on a campaign. Half of its members argue that the speed is critical. They want results quickly. Now, the other half argues for perfection. They want to polish each and every single detail. The room grows tense. Now, if the conflict is ignored, frustration will fester. Now, the deadlines may be missed and relationships will definitely be damaged here. So, what do? Here is where the leadership makes the difference. A leader does not suppress conflicts or pick a side impulsively. Instead, they listen carefully to all the perspectives. They acknowledge that speed has value, but so does quality. Then they work to integrate the two, for example, by setting phased deadlines, an initial draft delivered quickly, followed by improvements over time. Conflict resolution requires three things. First, listening. Second, reframing. And third, guiding. Listening to understand, not to argue. Reframing the problem so it becomes a shared challenge, not a personal battle. And guiding the group towards a solution where no one feels missed. Now, leaders who resolve conflict effectively create stronger teams, because once a conflict is handled with fairness, trust deepens. Now, respect increases and collaboration improves. Now, all of these three elements, let us connect them. Now, trust, empathy with collaboration and conflict resolution. Think of them as a cycle. Trust creates a safe space for people to speak openly. Empathy ensures their voices are truly heard, and collaboration brings their ideas together. Conflict, when it arises, is not feared, but managed with fairness. Each element reinforces the other, creating a culture where leadership flourishes. True leadership is not loud or forceful. It is quiet consistency, deep understanding, and the ability to turn disagreements into opportunities. It is about holding the team together, especially when challenges test the bonds between people. Now, as you listen today, reflect on your own journey. Have you ever been in a position where others relied on you? Now, when this happened, how did you work? Did you build trust or struggle with it? Have you practiced empathy, making space for quieter voices? Have you seen conflict in your group? And how was it resolved? Now, leadership is not something you wait to practice when you get a big job. It begins now, right now, here, in your classroom, in your group projects, in your everyday interaction. Each of you has moments where you can lead, not by dominating. Remember, leadership is not domination, but by guiding with trust, empathy, and fairness. So, coming to the end, leadership is not about commanding. It is about earning trust, practicing empathy, fostering collaboration, and resolving conflict with wisdom. A leader does not stand above the team. They stand with the team. And when the team succeeds, the leader succeeds. Now, as you move forward in your careers, remember this. Technical skills may help you start, but leadership skills will help you grow, inspire, and create impact. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next lecture.